Hello students, welcome to Board Maths Made Easy. In this video I am going to show the graphical representation of various polynomials and find out how the number of zeros of polynomials for each given graph. So this has only one particular problem and it has 6 sub problems. So if you look at the first graph, if you recall the theoretical part, the number of locations in a given graph when it is given in the polynomial is given in the x terminology, then the number of values for which y becomes 0. Okay, for say x is equal to some 2 or something, we have seen that y becoming 0. Y is equal to p of x. When you substitute the value of x, some value of x, the y value becoming 0. So here, is there any particular position where the y value is becoming 0? I don't see anywhere. Y is always non-zero. If it is y is 0, this graph will come and touch somewhere, correct? Similarly, if we take this particular graph where the y value is becoming 0 only, yet this is the problem. So here let's come back to the first. So there is no zeros for this particular polynomial, whatever the equation of the polynomial. They didn't give any particular equation. They are asking whether this graph has any zeros of polynomial. If so, how many? So if you read the question, the graphs of p of y is equal to p of x given, figure below are some polynomials of p of x. Find the number of zeros of p of x in each case. Find the number of zeros of p of x is nothing but y is equal to 0. For how many positions y is becoming 0, that is what we need to count and give. Here no value gives y is equal to 0. This is some value of y is equal to some value. Similarly, if you take any x value, y is always non-zero. Here at one point y is becoming 0. So the number of polynomials, okay, 0 polynomials in this particular graph is 1. Here at 1, 2 and 3 points. If you see this particular graph, there are 3 points where the y value is becoming 0. Okay, so the number of zeros of this particular polynomial graph is 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3. Okay, so be careful. It's not a big complex thing. Just you need to observe how many points where the x graph is getting cut. Okay, if p of x is given. Similarly, here in this particular graph, there are 2 locations where the y value is becoming 0. What is y value? Again, I am saying p of x. P of x means for some given value of x, okay, the p of x becomes 0. That means y becomes 0. So here, this point 1, this is the second point. Similarly, in this particular graph, y is 0 at how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In this particular graph, 1, 2, 3. Is that clear? So here it is becoming 0. Whether it is going down, up, we don't bother into those things. Whether the y value is becoming 0, if that is the case, x line will be touch, or if it is going beyond below the line, then y will tend to negative. But here the value, the lowest value y reaches is 0. That is the reason it is touching. So whenever the y is equal to p of x becomes 0, okay, whether it goes negative or positive, we don't think about that. We only consider the number of points where y value becomes 0 as the zeros of the polynomial. Here in this case, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so at 3 points we have zeros of this polynomial. So I hope everyone is clear. Here no zeros, here only 1, here 3, here 2, here 1, 2, 3, 4, here 1, 2, 3. That's all. So any graph is given to you, okay, and they are asking you how many zeros of this polynomial. Just see how many places. Remember, this is given as p of x. As p of x is given, y will become 0. If they have given you p of y, that means the equation is given like y square minus 3x plus 2, something like that, and then you need to see how many locations the x becomes 0. Okay, that means the graph will be tilted like this. Correct? The graph will be tilted like this. So the number of values where x becomes 0 is the zeros of that particular polynomial. When the given graph is given as a p of y, here they have clearly stated p of x. Here in that case what they will say, the graphs of x is equal to p of y given. Don't get confused and write the wrong answers. So here it is not a trick or tip. I am suggesting read the question thoroughly. The graphs of y is equal to p of x. Y is equal to p of x means how many places where the y becoming 0. If they have given x is equal to p of y, how many locations in the graph the x value is becoming 0. When the x value is becoming 0, then x will be either touching the y-axis or it will be cutting the y-axis. So you need to see the number of such points whenever it is given. 99% they may not ask you x is equal to p of y, but even if it is given, you should not bother about the question is wrong, it is not there anywhere in the NCERT. No, the concept is one and same. Okay, hope that clears. So that's all for this particular exercise 2.1, and we will see in the next exercise 2.2.